Hi guys, today I'm gonna be doing a large boneless lamb leg. Found this at, of course, my favorite place, Costco. This is 5 pounds. It's good for at least 8 people. It's $30 for a whole 5-pound lamb leg. And it's super tasty, super tender in the Instant Pot. I used to make this the same way I'm gonna make it in the Instant Pot in the oven, and it used to take me 6 hours. So very slow cooked at 300 degrees because obviously if you put too much heat to it, it's gonna turn really hard. So obviously this has a lot of liquid in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this and put it on a platter because then I'm gonna rub it down with my seasoning. So hold up for that. All right, I have my lamb leg right here. I already took off the netting because it comes with the netting so that when you're cooking in the oven, it stays whole. But for this case, I took off the netting for the Instant Pot. So make sure you take off the netting before you place it in the Instant Pot. The only thing I'm gonna use for this for seasoning is it's coarse salt. So it's the big thick salt or Mediterranean salt. And I just sprinkle, well, I don't sprinkle, I get in there. I get as much into the crevices as I can, keep it nicely seasoned with the salt on all edges. Get inside the crevices because if you can see, it has like an opening here. Get in there. I have my lamb leg right here. I already took off the netting because it comes with the netting so that when you're cooking in the oven, it stays whole. But for this case, I took off the netting for the Instant Pot. So make sure you take off the netting before you place it in the Instant Pot. The only thing I'm gonna use for this for seasoning is it's coarse salt. So it's the big thick salt or Mediterranean salt. And I just sprinkle, well, I don't sprinkle, I get in there. I get as much into the crevices as I can, keep it nicely seasoned with the salt on all edges. Get inside the crevices because if you can see, it has like an opening here. Get in there. Eventually, this whole thing blooms when you open it. It's insane. But make sure you season it really well with some coarse salt and some fresh ground pepper. I'm also gonna add some cumin to the mix because us Latinos like cumin. And I've cooked with it before in the lamb leg. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But for this specific recipe, because it's such a big piece, I am definitely gonna use it. And don't be afraid of spicing this bad boy up. As far as seasoning, guys, you can always season however you want with whatever's in your pantry. That's what I do usually. When I run out of something and I don't have something else, I just go use whatever is in my pantry. So my lamb leg is all seasoned up on well sides. I'm gonna wait for this to turn hot, place some olive oil in there and start browning. I'm literally gonna brown it on each side. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, my Instant Pot is hot. I went ahead and tossed in some olive oil, and then I'm gonna grab my huge piece of lamb leg and go ahead and start browning it on all sides. Almost. Cut that out. Now, as I am browning the lamb, I wanted to tell you that this is not one of those recipes that happens overnight. Usually this lamb takes 6 to 7 hours in the oven to make. In the Instant Pot, it takes 90 minutes, plus an extra 20 minutes to naturally release all the air. So yes, this could be done for a dinner party if you have it. I always pair it with some fingerling potatoes on the side and some jasmine rice, sometimes cilantro rice, depending if I have cilantro. Today it's just gonna be white rice, fingerling potatoes, and some platanito maduro frito, my lamb leg. This part takes a little bit long because you wanna make sure that all sides are brown, but it's getting there. So have about another 10 minutes of browning, 5 minutes on 2 more sides, and then we can move on. But if you want to, meanwhile, while you're browning, you grab a whole onion, whole white onion, red onion preferably. I don't have red today, so I'm doing white. And you cut it into small slices, really thin slices, the whole thing. I have all of it here because later on we're gonna toss it. I also have thyme and rosemary branches. Now, if you don't have thyme and rosemary branches, you can use the powder format. But if you are gonna use the powder format, go ahead and marinate your lamb leg before with your salt and pepper and cumin. go ahead and rub the whole leg with rosemary and thyme. I do it in the branches because I feel like I don't know, the flavoring is not as strong. If you don't want to use rosemary or thyme, which are big ingredients for lamb, that is okay. You can use a shit ton of garlic, salt, pepper. You'll still have a tasty lamb, but some people are just not a fan of rosemary or thyme or both. So I think it gives it a really good taste. So I have about 4 rosemary branches and about 8 thyme branches, and I'm just gonna toss them in there with some garlic, with some chicken stock and white wine and the onions. All right, guys, my lamb is now browned on all sides. I'm gonna go ahead and carefully take it out on a spoon. All right, I'm gonna place it back into the plate. Now you're gonna have a bunch of juices and you're gonna have brown bits in there. But don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and remove the brown bits with a spatula, rubber spoon, whatever. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and add the onion in there. Now go ahead and mix that around. Cook the onion through till it's soft. At this moment, you're gonna go ahead and add your 1 cup of dry white wine, and that's gonna go ahead and deglaze your pot. So go ahead and rub the brown bits from the bottom of the pot while the onions are continuing to cook. Now it's super important for you to deglaze your pot and make sure there's no brown bits on the bottom. I just kind of rub it down like this, and if I feel anything tough, make sure you remove it because that can cause a burn sign on your LCD screen, and you definitely don't want that. So make sure you just go with a rubber spatula with a wooden spoon. Make sure you feel everything smooth in the bottom of the pot, and you should be good to go. Right now I'm cooking my onion, as you can see. I'm gonna wait till the wine starts to simmer before I add the chicken stock. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken stock. We're gonna add the thyme and the garlic and the rosemary, and then place our lamb leg on top. So wait till the wine starts to simmer. All right, my wine is starting to simmer and my onions are pretty much cooked. At this time, we're gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of chicken stock, as well as some minced garlic. And in here, there's probably like 2 tablespoons. And I'm gonna add my rosemary and thyme. And there's more thyme than rosemary because rosemary is a thicker branch, as you can see. And thyme is a smaller branch. So I'm gonna I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rosemary leaves and about 8 thyme leaves, and just toss them on top. Go ahead and mix it around with the onions and the garlic and the juice that you made. And I hope that you can see that. So, oh man, this smells delicious. All of your ingredients are in there. You're gonna go ahead and transfer your lamb leg back in the pot. Now I'm gonna get with this with my hands because it's not hot anymore. And I knew that was gonna happen, but you know. All right, so it's sitting right there on top. It's sitting on top of all those liquids. It's gonna taste so good. I'm so excited. All we're gonna do now is close the pot. And you're gonna put it on high pressure for 90 minutes. I'm gonna go to the mall, exchange some stuff, have Haley ride the train. And when I get back, it will be done. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh guys, look at that. Do you see how much liquid and fat this thing let loose in here? I'm sorry, guys. My daughter interrupted me. So if you can see that, look how much liquid we started off with, and look how much liquid we got. So especially this one, this kind of lamb leg throws out a lot of fat. That's why we're gonna go ahead and remove the leg from the pot. And we're gonna go ahead and basically strain it with a fat separator. If you don't have a fat separator, the little strain, small colander will work as well. Look at that. You don't even need a knife. So, perfect temperature. Look how it just breaks apart. Nice and cooked. Delicious.